Joining us now is Cardinal O'Malley, the Archbishop of Boston. We're happy to have you with us today.
Thank you, Kevin.
Maybe if we could talk a little bit about Question 2 and the recent defeat. And I know you've done some presentations here at the Bishops' Conference. And maybe if we could start out by talking about where it went, having been a question that seemed to have a lot of approval when it first started, but then slowly, gradually started chipping away at it and getting to that no vote that we wanted. But maybe talk about that process and what it was like to sort of overcome that big challenge.
Well, obviously, when people hear about trying to relieve people's pain and things like this, there's, I think, an initial acceptance of the concept. But the more that people become aware of what's at stake when we're talking about physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia, then people begin to take a longer and harder look at it. And I think that's what happened in Massachusetts, where initially there was a very, at least in the polls, a large number of people who were in favor of this initiative, and but of course for the Church it is such a violation of the dignity of human life, and so we were happy to join forces with many other groups in the state, the different churches and the medical association, the hospice care workers, the disabilities groups, and together help to get our message out and to make people aware of what the implications of this law would have been. And we were all very pleased that we were able to defeat that legislation, which I'm sure, had it passed in Massachusetts, it would spread very quickly in the Northeast. But I'm very, very grateful for the kind of support that people gave, and to all of those who work closely with us, and our staff and the parishes and Knights of Columbus and Catholic Daughters, so many different groups in the diocese, plus all of those in the larger community who joined forces.
And being here at the Bishops' Conference too, I know many bishops from other dioceses as well will tap your knowledge too if something like that should come up in their diocese as well, and how important it is to sort of figure ways in which you can get the message out.
Yes, and the important thing is too not to become overwhelmed or discouraged by it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people thought, oh, this is a waste of time, you'll never be able to make an impact. But
yeah.
With the help of many good people, it was able to be defeated.
Do you see it coming back again, or do you have any?
Well, they can't bring it back until 2018 or something like
Okay.
that as an initiative. I suppose they could take it before the legislature. They've taken it before the legislature before and lost. But we'll be there. If they come back, we'll just have to fight it again. But.
And just taking it a step further too, talking about energizing people and getting people aware of the issue. And here in the Year of Faith, we're talking about a revitalization of faith as well, and how important it is for sort of people to be an example and people to step up and sort of share their faith. But that could be a good example of this, and people sort of stepping up, realizing what the issue was, and sort of spreading that word around.
Yes, I'm gratified how people responded from the parishes, and even went out to the polling places in that freezing cold. I went around shaking hands with some of them, and their hands are like icicles. They're standing there with those signs all day, and that was an important witness to the values that we hold in the gospel of life.